Welcome to the first ever cycle of Adventure Fit at CrossFit Hollywood. This is a very exciting journey where we will be training for a specific adventure over a series of weeks. The first adventure will take place on Saturday, October 5th, where we will be summiting the highest mountain in the San Gabriel Mountains, Mount Baldy, with its far-reaching panoramic views that sits at 10,064 feet above sea level. Mount Baldy, or formerly known as Mount San Antonio, is considered a rite of passage for all SoCal hikers. We will begin the climb at Manker Flats Campground, which sits at 6,600 feet, which is perfectly positioned as our base camp to begin our journey up to the summit. We will begin by climbing 0.6 miles and 275 feet of elevation gain to the lookout point of San Antonio Falls, a 75-foot waterfall carrying water off the mountain in the late winter and early spring. From the falls, we will hike up about 1,500 feet to the lodge at the Baldy Notch, where we can take a water break and have a snack when we then proceed to the Devil's Backbone Trail, a trail that takes you up a skinny ridge with steep drops to the north and the south, providing sweeping views up to the Mount Hardwood that sits at about 9,360 feet above sea level. We then begin the steepest section of the trail with about 700 feet of elevation change with only 0.7 miles of arduous switchbacks. Once we push through the hardest section of the trail, we will arrive at the beautiful Mount Baldy summit, where we can spend some time taking photos and enjoying the 360-degree views. Once we have our fill of the summit, the climb is not over yet. We must descend. We will be heading directly south, where we will descend along the Baldy Bowl. We then begin an unapologetic descent of 550 feet over the course of 2/3 of a mile to eventually arrive at the Baldy ski hut that sits at about 8,200 feet. Once arrived, we will take a moment to collect ourselves after a daunting down climb. We can take a break and then take in the views, have a snack, and potentially use the tap of cold spring water. From there, we will begin a steady descent through tall pine trees for 2,000 feet of elevation loss at about 2.6 miles. Once we have found the original trail, we hike down an additional 0.6 miles back to the campground, where we will have dinner provided for everyone. We will be camping out for the night, where we will have fun games, great community, and potentially lots of beverages. The camp out is not required, but is highly encouraged. Can't wait to get you out there.